So the
Mm-hmm.
classic cargo cult were a bunch of kind of poorly educated Pacific Islanders who wanted the wealth and the riches that they had experienced, especially during the Pacific War. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Jeeps, trucks, money, tin peaches, um, and they turned to ritual in order to get the cargo. And cargo is a pidgin English term. Pidgin English was one of the kind of trade languages or the lingua francas
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
this region of New Guinea, of Solomons, of New Hebrides.
Mm-hmm.
And the word cargo or cargo meant stuff, meant things, meant possessions.
Okay. Okay.
So the early anthropologists, right after the war, borrowed the term and said, okay, these are kind of social movements where people are trying to get their hands on manufactured goods,
Okay.
uh, or sometimes freedom, or sometimes religious salvation. And
Mm-hmm.
they were doing that in a couple of different ways. One is to evoke their ancestors and become a nativist. If only we could go back to what our life was like before these horrible white people showed up and pushed us around,
Mm-hmm.
then our ancestors would bring us this wealth that the Europeans had stolen. Or became um, kind of anti-nativist. We need to trash everything that we do. We need to ditch our culture. We need to um, take up these new ways, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the way that we'll become rich. So the term then was useful for about 10 years in anthropology, although you still see it floating around today to describe these movements of people who were desperate to change their lives.
Mm-hmm.
There was a prophet, usually a prophet who appeared and said, this is what we need to do. Just go back to the old ways or dump the old ways, either one or the other.